right at it.
And we are live. Daniel Chamberlain here, Coaching 101 podcast. We're coming live from the Texas High School Coaches Association Coach School, which has been a really neat thing. As an Oklahoma coach, we don't have anything that matches this. I've now gone to several ADs and coaching association. I've never seen a clinic like this. This is wild. We're here with Ace Sports. If you have not heard of Ace Sports, it's because you're not listening to me enough. I talk about it all the time. Ace Sports is the premier video board. They create, they install, they service, they maintain video boards for your school, and then they're doing the fundraising for you as well. acesports.com, go check out the boards, go check out the fundraising model. You can mark.bridges at acesports.com, shoot him an email. He did the earlier session, you can go find it in the live. He did share his cell phone number. I don't have it with me right now, but I guess I should probably get that. But you can contact Mark Having what. You can also DM me, email me, whatever you need to do, and we'll get you hooked up with Ace. I have coined it the cheat code or the hack in fundraising because, Coach, you can put hundreds of thousands of dollars into your pocket over a 10-year period. It's an amazing, and you get a sweet ride, right? Like get the sweet video.
Not a bad thing at all.
No, not a bad thing at all. Coaches tend to like money in their pocket.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. We talked to Ace. Coach, let's do an introduction, man. Who are you? Where you been? What's life like?
Name's Dane Hamrick. I'm the athletic director and head football coach at Borger High School. I spent the first 11 years of my career at Amarillo, THSCA. We built a program there under Coach Plunk and a lot of my good friends and had a lot of success. And so got the opportunity to be the head coach and athletic director and jumped on it. Community not far from home and have just been welcomed and had a lot of fun growing a program, building a program, and getting people excited about in the community about Borger athletics.
How many seasons you been there now?
This will be the third football season.
Third football
been
season
there for 2 years, yes, sir.
And that's awesome. Well, I saw you pulled our guy Whitaker from the east side of the state. Yeah. So him and Coach Wells were trying to figure out how that happens. How do you pull a guy from the east to the west side? So what are you doing so good that people are changing sides of Texas? There's
a little bit of a connection. We were Flexbone at Amarillo THSCA, and our defensive coordinator coached at THSCA and was at Olney around Wichita Falls and was an option guy. And Coach Whitaker was an option guy, and so they kind of knew each other a little bit. And he applied, and it just they came up, and his family came up, his wife and kids, and it clicked, And so I've always thought, to get people that are just as good, if not better than you, around you, and you have a chance to be successful. So excited about bringing some guys in with a lot of experience, and just helps your program out a lot, and it helps those kids out a lot.
Absolutely. You was talking facilities earlier. My camera has gone crazy. Sorry, guys. It's because of Mark. I blame Mark. You're talking about how nice your facilities are, and that your community's done a really good job supporting your program and helping you get those things. What facilities have you seen get better and better and improve? What are you guys doing better than everyone else?
About 7 years ago, they did a bond and redid the entire football stadium, put an indoor in kind of before anyone in the Amarillo area other than maybe Bushland. And then have just, since I got there, other facilities as well, hey, this needs attention. And so we've redone a gym floor and tennis courts, and we've put a brand new weight room in that's better than anything in West Texas. I can guarantee you that. And that was kind of my crown jewel, I guess, but just something nice for kids that you feel proud of when you walk in. I think that's an important piece, and that's, that doesn't make you successful, but that also gets kids excited about being there every day. And so
sure.
We have some future goals and some things that we want to do there, but one step at a time. And I think, just, again, getting the community involved, getting kids excited about showing up every day. Just like us in work, if you show up and you enjoy it, it's not like you're working.
That's right.
But if you show up and it's you dread it, it doesn't make it a lot of fun. So,
yeah, we were speaking earlier about your Flexbone and wing tee and all these different routes that you kind of are coming out of. Is that what you're still running with now?
We have some option bases in our offense, but we're gun and we're in power counter with some option things off of it. So excited about that, and our offensive coordinator. But I was a defense coordinator at THSCA, but loved defending the option because it made us be disciplined. It made us follow our rules and talk and communicate. And so that was something I really enjoyed with Coach Plunk and that staff, and just something I think football ultimately falls into option rules, especially even more with RPOs and all those things that are coming out. You have to be disciplined. Your eyes have to be in the right spot, and so it made it easy for me.
I think about concepts a lot, and I talk to coaches about if you can't see the triple option football in the RPO, it's because you're trying to look at it weird. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's the
Absolutely.
same stuff. We're all doing the same stuff.
Yeah.
We just what does my kid look like? Is he? I need to be back here running the option. I need to pitch it to him, or can I wing it out there? Right? If I got a quarterback and spin it, why not spread them out and work the option out there on the edge? So that's pretty neat. It's good to see guys like staying true to their roots, kind of where they came from. If they're all talking about going to Harding University and going to the camps and really paying attention to that flex bone style.
Absolutely. And just a good physical style of football that's explosive at the same time. It's kind of got that spread instance in it where you pop a pitch and someone's breaking it, but also just you can get three when you need to get three. So it's always fun as a defensive guy too to sit back and go, all right, I know we're going to get a first down here. I know we're going to take some time off the clock and get a little bit of break.
So as a fairly new head coach going into your third year, and you're a defensive guy, how weird is it to give play calling responsibilities to an OC? That's pretty rare, it seems like, anymore.
Yeah. No, I've been blessed. First offense coordinator I had is Bo Dickinson, and he just took the head job at Muleshoe. So he's a Canadian kid, great roots. Winner. He's going to do great things at Muleshoe, and then we just hired Mitch Kay from Sonora, and they've had a lot of success there. And so, to me, it's I say as a defensive guy, there's still things I'm learning, from those guys, and it's fun to sit in those meetings and be intrigued and ask those questions, but then also give my perspective from a defensive side, like this bothers us or this, and what do you I've always thought what I want from our offense is how are you going to make it hard for the defense, because when I can sit there and know what you're doing, we can defend you all day, but the moment you start moving people or making it hard or attacking our rules, it's like, all right, these guys know what they're doing, and it becomes a challenge for us as well.
Yeah, I started on the defensive side of the ball, and then I ran into Cameron Palmer, and he destroyed me and made me realize that the offensive side of the ball you actually want to be on, because it's so much easier. I was talking to Coach earlier about the new NCAA rule where defenses can't even stem anymore, right? It's going to be a delay of game on the defense. I know not every coach loves it anyway, but that is a thing. I mean, that was another tool to slow an offense down, man.
Sure.
They already have every advantage, which is 100% why I'm on that side of the ball now.
Yeah.
If need be, I can go back, but that's not my career trajectory. I would rather stay on the offensive side.
Yes, sir.
They've made it pretty difficult.
No, I think there's obviously you deal with rule changes every year, and
hi guys.
let's go.
Y'all have a great day.
Rule changes every year, but I think back to 10 years ago we're at Tascosa and they take the cut and they say you can only cut 10 and 2, and I remember being in a scrimmage with Plainview and we go cut the safety and they throw a flag. We don't know the rule yet, and we stop the scrimmage and everybody kind of rewinds, like everybody walk, all right, everybody go back to where you were, now walk to where you were, so just ever evolving, and I don't know, as a defensive guy I love a challenge. I love defeating a block and reading your keys and doing your job, but also just you just adjust every year and you keep going. And I think you can't get caught up in those things, otherwise you miss the big picture. But it'll be a little bit different. We didn't do a whole lot of that anyway, but it just kind of leads you to wonder, what if you miss time a blitz anyway? Are they going to call something like that on you? So just it'll be a quick little learning curve. We'll figure it out and we'll move on and adjust. That's what we do as coaches.
That whole deception rule in football is like, that's the ultimate catch up anyway, right? They're going to get you if they want to get you. So
exactly.
It's just
exactly.
Trying to have, where's your heart at when you're installing those things, or what are you trying to actually accomplish? Was I trying to draw the offensive line off sides? Some coaches, that's exactly why they did it.
Absolutely.
Right? Some of us did it because I want your offensive tackle to have to be, I'm covered, now I'm uncovered, I don't know if I'm helping him or not, and the ball's got to snap. You know what I mean? So lots of good reasons to do it. They took it away. I kind of wonder, I think coaches will still do it. You still got to take that risk for a little while.
Just wait till they call it. And do it until they call it. Same thing with cracking. I mean, everyone's going to crack. I mean, it's a great schematic thing to do offensively, and you just kind of test the waters and see what they are going to call and what they're not. So it's we'll adjust, we'll adapt and adjust. That's what we do.
Are y'all a odd or even front defense?
We're even front, yes, sir. 4-2-5.
There we go.
Man match, quick, aggressive, hands-on, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, I had to adjust a little bit more in the coming years because everybody's motion and everybody's bunch sets and getting people close together, making it difficult. But that's what we do, and that's what makes, I think, coaching defense fun is you're always having to find that next answer to what offenses are doing now. And so then by the time you figure it out, you're moving on to something else. And so I think, but we like putting some athletes on the field. We like getting speed at defensive end and making you make a mistake. So it's fun for sure. A little chess match.
I love the flexibility in the 4-2-5, and I hear a lot of coaches say, "Oh, I've got a lot of D linemen, so I'm going to use the 4-2-5," or "I don't have any D linemen, so I'm going to use the 3-4." Yeah. And I'm like, to me, it's counterintuitive, but that's exactly backwards, right? Yeah. If you got stud D linemen, you better run an odd front, because they're going to be picking up double teams all night. Where, like you said, if my defensive end can be the backup free safety, and just bring some heat, like
some
why not, right? And so that's how I think about football as well. What kind of brought you to the even front, the 4-2-5?
So this really. Coach Plunk was a 4-2-5 guy. That's where I learned it from, where I coordinated there for 8 years at THSCA, and he takes it back all the way to the Spike Dykes days at Texas Tech, and it's just, I remember the first summer I was a coordinator. I mean, we spent every afternoon in the summer, this is why we do this. And it's, to me, I think as you become a coordinator or a head coach, understanding why you do something, like, yes, this is a great idea, but why do we do it? Or why did we stop doing this? Because this evolved. And so I think, but man, we just, our goal has always been to get a little bit more speed closer to the ball. So if you were a slower linebacker, you can be a fast defensive end. Same thing. If you're a slower safety, you can be a linebacker that can run around. And so just play fast, get our kids running around and playing with great effort. High school football, you're not going to be filled with the best looking kid at every position, but kids that can get to the ball and play hard, and that's the kind of defense we like to play.
I think it pairs really well with, you talked about all the motion and stuff people are doing nowadays, right? We're doing shifts, we're doing motions, we've got kids moving everywhere. If I don't have to worry about which offensive or outside backer walks down, right, that's a big piece. Like, it's already just a defensive end. Look, if you're a 6, you're going to play him in a 9, you're going to play him on the inside, like, put him where he needs to be and just let him ride.
Absolutely. No, it's fun being versatile. It's fun putting kids in different spots sometimes. Sometimes I don't want to say you trick a kid, but it's like, hey, what do you think about putting your hand down in a long yardage situation and rushing the passer? It's, as an offensive lineman in high school, it's like, who am I more scared of? The big strong guy that's a little bit slower, or the fast guy that's hard to keep up with on the edge? I think it's option number 2.
I made really good friends by being a walk-on safety in a D2 school, and absolutely just coming off the edge every single time against an offensive tackle. And Talon is, I'd still consider him a friend. We probably don't talk as much as we should, but that was practice for me. It was like, I just go be a scout team defensive end, and I'm just wearing him out with my speed. And he hated it, right? Those guys did not like.
Made it better, though, right?
Yeah, for sure. And then game day, it did make them look better, because the game's not quite as fast when it's that big burly kid like you're talking about, the strength kid.
For sure.
I probably didn't give him the look he needed on some things, but he's got to work his feet. So
exactly.
That's absolutely a nightmare to be in.
It is, and we have the same. We get scared of the same things, on offense. But no, it's just, and those kids get a little fun. I mean, it's fun. It's fun to do something a little bit different and use your abilities and get them excited. I think that's the thing in high school sports is, most of your kids enjoy playing the game. Some play because their parents make them play. Some just like being around their buddies. But how do you make that engaging for them every day and fun for them and give everybody a role? I think if you're a valued member of the program, you're going to have a role one way or the other, and that just helps you as a team morale, depth, and when somebody is, somebody does go down there, you got somebody ready to go.
You talked about tricking kids. It's 100% tricking kid. Like I said, if you back up safety, you're not going to get on the field. But if you come down here, put your hand in the dirt, you could be fat. Or you tell that outside backer who he needs some speed. Hey, you're safety out here, right? Weak and strong safety instead of outside backer.
I think just
mentally.
I think when you start seeing those things happen, you notice the buy-in in your program. It's like, Coach, I don't really care what I'm playing. I just want to be a part of this. I'll do whatever it takes to be a part of this team, and whether that's something that I don't really agree with, but I can be out there and contribute. It's a big deal. And so then you start seeing the ball roll and all those kids believing in the program and just winning, showing up every day, as opposed to who they are on their Twitter handle or who they think they are, who their parents think they are, who their old coach thinks they are. Just a football player. I want to develop football players, get after the ball and are physical and enjoy being around each other.
Yeah, man, that's it. That's the winning key right there, I think. Just the enjoying it, responsibilities on everything. Sorry, guys, we have a big announcement going. Hopefully they can hear over us, or hear us over that. Anyway, yeah, so I think that the 425 is very versatile. I think it gets you a lot of kids on the team, on the field. It does allow you to play, I think, more kids in different positions, like you said, just mixing it up. I'm not afraid to put a nose guard in there that's a little quick kid and kind of the same idea. Just wear them out with speed, and they don't know where you're going, and it's like a lot of fun can be
Makes
had.
It fun for sure.
But how do y'all handle are you a too high shell, or do you roll down a lot?
We're mixed. We're both 1 and 2. We try to disguise late and add an extra to the box, especially when you get 10 personnel, because we're a little bit short on the box when you look at it. But we also, as we get better, the kids understand. Show a 2, end up 1. Show a 1, end up 2. Move around, create some deceptiveness, and sometimes as a coach, you're freaking out on the sideline. What are you doing? Get your butt back, or you're in cover 2. They give you a little side thumb, like, Coach, I got it. So that's a good small victory. Your kids are starting to understand what they're doing and making that look hard for a high school quarterback, or offensive line or receivers think they have a different look. So, but we try to mix it up as much as we can and put our kids in the best position. But we do play a lot of man and want to be physical with receivers and challenge them to make a really good throw in space. And a lot of times they do, but we'll take the chance.
But sometimes they can't. So,
yes,
you know what I mean? That's the good part. Well, Coach, man, I know you got to get out of here. Everybody's kind of winding down for these regional meetings. So we'll close out now. Guys, I greatly appreciate you being with us all day today. Thanks for Ace Sports for bringing us down. Once again, go to acesports.com. Check out the video boards that are there. Guys, they're doing so many creative things. If you need an indoor arena, if you need a scorer's table, you want ribbons around your arena, the video boards, of course, football stadiums, man, they can do so many fun things. Don't stifle your creativity with just a boring board. Go out and find something that makes your place stand out, makes your place different. We had Coach Beaumont on last week, and he talked about Fort Smith, Arkansas's wow factor. When you walk in their arena, it is absolutely a wow factor. He took the Memphis Grizzlies and he took the Texas A&M Aggies arenas and put them together, and that combination for him is the it factor for Fort Smith basketball. So do something like that. acesports.com. You can email mark.bridges@acesports.com, and then, of course, you can always contact me, chamberlainfootballconsulting@gmail.com. I think we'll have one more here in a minute. We'll close out with Mark and the guys, but this will be the last, Coach. Greatly appreciate your time, man.
Thanks
so
for
very
having
much.
me. Appreciate it.
And we will see you guys shortly.